What we do at LDS that I think no one else does is establish this strong connection, this strong bridge between the strategies of the business and the design of the enabling solutions.
It's really easy for companies to come in and think design right away. And LDS doesn't take that approach. We really want to understand the problem and solve the specific needs of that organization that we're working with.
When we begin a project, we work very hard to understand the client deeply.
First, we try to understand what the company is trying to accomplish, what the major goals are, and what some of the major pain points are.
At LDS, we step back before we consider the design of the solution, and we look at the business needs from a business and a people perspective to understand what the opportunity is for the online experience.
We typically get brought into situations where there is something big happening, there's a big change happening, and we really need to kind of understand where the organization is and where they are trying to move.
One of the first things we do is stop to learn and absorb strategy. We go to the senior executives who own those strategies and we ask, what's the people agenda? Where is this business heading? And what makes this business uniquely who they are?
We interview the executives, we interview the teams, we interview the end users, and that is what kind of helps us ground our thinking in terms of where does this organization need to go.
We try to do a 360, if you will, in looking in and around the business to inform our early perspective on how does this company work and how does it get work done. We try to get into the shoes of these clients. What does it feel like to be inside this company? What do their problems look like?
We're seeking to understand not simply business goals, but what it means for the people of that organization to align and support those goals. So we need to understand the different constituency groups, and we look closely at how they work and think and the change in behavior we seek in order to inform the basic architecture of the solution. For us, line of sight from the business strategy to the solution is a really important principle that we establish and maintain throughout the project.
As we go down the road in our work, if we don't have that line of sight back to the business strategy, we know we need to course correct.
We're making decisions all the time, and that line of sight to the business goals is really what grounds us.
That line of sight to business strategy is like our North Star. It keeps us on track, it keeps us out of the weeds, and it helps us avoid expensive distractions.
What line of sight provides us is it removes that ambiguity. It takes the argument out of my idea, your idea, and it creates the one idea. It creates the business idea that we can all agree to.
Strategy and the principles of design that we started with at the beginning allow us to make the right decisions so that nothing's arbitrary. We're choosing and prioritizing the things that matter.
If everyone can see the relationship to the strategies of their business with clarity, it takes a lot of opinion and conflict out of the conversation, and it really yields consensus.
We don't do anything without a purpose. We don't do anything without a cause. And it's not our cause, it's not our purpose, it's our client's cause. It's really our client's purpose. There's a million good ideas out there, but there's probably only a few ways that it would really work for this client in this situation at this time. And that's what line of sight really provides us. It provides us clarity around what the objectives are. What's the bar? What defines a good outcome?
It's so important to maintain that line of sight to business strategy. What goes wrong if you don't is you end up with an expensive distraction. And what goes right if you do is you end up with real value materialized.